This is Town Dog. I'm back to play Simulator X Steam version, and I'm going to try to do a little three-flight hop this morning in a little plane. I've flown it before in here, so might as well get it out of the barn and see what we got. Let's see if I can get this thing to back out. I meant to check the fuel. I didn't. I meant to limit the fuel. I didn't do it, so I guess we want to fuel it up, will we? Here we go. Got busy conversation with somebody. Forgot that. Oh, wrong button. Button right beside it when it backs it up. Here we go. I am in multiplayer. And let's back this big genie out of here and see what we got going. Back him up on him. I can turn him around. He won't take much room for this plane to turn around though. And we're going to take off probably to the north. Double back across the airport. Head out on a heading of 010. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing started this morning. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I think that's right there. And crack throttle just a little. Turn that on right there. Turn those on. And might as well see what she'll do. She's running. Hot dog surprised me. That's why I didn't turn the current on. Pretty good. What are those magnets that don't need current? That's right. All it needs is something to engage the starter. Now we'll go ahead and turn these lights on. There we go. I don't have a smoke system. I don't have a... We'll work on it some other time. I put a couple more things in here too. I put this light bar in I didn't have, and I put that in that way. If it gets iced over or something, I'll be able to keep flying a little while. Now, I got temperature, outside temperature is 58 degrees this morning here in Covington, Tennessee. Then we're going to leave Covington, headed to Ripley. We're going to go from Ripley to Mark Tree, Arkansas, and Mark Tree, Arkansas to M69. I think I've got it set up on 80 up all the way, except for the first leg. I'll do it just for the heading and go. Now let's get outside the plane where I can see a little better to fly to taxi. I just do it that way. Everybody get to watch the plane taxi. Now the plane should be full of fuel, but I could check it. I didn't look when I was inside the plane. I got a fuel analyzer in it, and we got, I'm going to say it's all little hole right there. Well, it idle. No, it did not restart it. It did. I started to idle all night, but it didn't because I restarted. Now, right there, where I want that set. We'll go back outside now and finish getting out to the runway. I believe we'll go to the closest runway. It'll be to the north when we take off. I believe that's right. I could go to the other end and take off, headed to Ripley, but I just soon go out and turn around. Same thing. We taxi this thing out to the runway. Hold short and look around, see if there's anybody coming. Ain't nobody on the other end of the runway or nothing. Nobody on approach on my end. Here we go. Now, this is Steam Airport here. This airport is not fictitious. This is, well, it's only as fictitious as Steam made it. We ain't created this. The other three has all been recreated. They're wrong. They're homemade airports of we fly. Get him in the air. Now what I want to do is I'm going to fly out the end of the airport. Now in order to, I want to fly down this runway to get a local start out. It looks like we got full winter. I'm going to turn this way about 90 degrees. And then I'm going to turn back around the other way, 270.
500.
Getting too low. Well, all right, come on back around her. The 270 should put me somewhere over the airport. See there? Just like I wanted. That's what I had in mind. Now straighten it out.
1,000.
Now I'm gonna bring up a radio instrument so I can tell where I'm flying. And I was talking about leaving here on 010, which is right Where's, I guess that's it right along there. If I bring this up, I can use the autopilot, really. Just set this thing on the altitude. About 2,000 be alright for now. Airspeed of about. I play with that dead blame X plane. It ain't working for me. If it don't do what it's doing, I'm not gonna have good luck with it as far as my part. But anyway, I'll try some more. I ain't gonna give up yet. And this right here, I want this on at least 010. Let's fly that right there. Now I'm gonna give me another 500 feet here. And we're gonna be looking for Ripley. There's Ripley in front of us already. Well, I did that. Okay. I was raising the cane from my legs there. Now, my wife said the question, I had leg cramps this morning. Be right in there. Okay, now, she keep talking a minute, walk off, turn around, come straight back. Anyway, this is Ripley Airport where we're headed to right now. I'm going to get down a little more because we don't need to be that high since we're going that close. And we're going to set her down on a runway. We're on, Ripley's got two runways, 35 and 17, 3,100 feet. Altitude is 350 feet above sea level. And that's where we're headed into now. I don't have any electronics. Well, I got plenty of electronics, but I'm not going to use them. I don't know that there's not an ADF on it, I don't think. After we leave here, we'll use ADFs on the rest of them. But they're not as easy to find as this. I'm going to have to go out and turn across the river and come back. I've got a heading, but I'll use the ADF to get into it. Try to. I'm going to see if we can fly this little Jenny around here. Just the weather's. Wintertime looks sort of dull on the ground, don't it? I ought to set fall and leave it there. Prettier colors. I don't know. I don't remember changing the weather this morning. I'll probably fair weather. It's just early. It's dawn. Sun's still coming up good. Just after dawn right now. I do believe that's what I got set. We'll go out through here and we'll set this thing down there. We'll taxi back to the hangar and then we'll take off again. Pappy lights are awful bright. That airport in front of us is a block out of Google, and then modified to build about half of my hometown, Ripley, Tennessee, and all the main street of the 51 highway right there under me. Goes straight through out the west side of town. As it goes through, then it's got Walmart on it. Most of our business has moved from uptown to the highway. Now, try to get a little lower as we're getting in there. I'll get down to there and that'll be 700 feet above ground. I'll throttle back here. Just leave it preset. This is still set here. We're still on the heading we left out on, and we're right on the money on the airport. That ain't bad. Plenty good. I'm gonna turn everything off and prepare to land. I have control outside the plane. We'll get a little lower now. Now, if I turn this right here off, don't when I turn it back on, it'll mess me up. There we go. You leave it.
1,000.
Believe it said it won't switch over. You turn it back on. And if you need to go the opposite direction, it'll go the wrong way. That is all of FSX does that. It'll only change itself if you change during flight from one to the other. If you turn it on, it's wrong. It'll stay wrong. All right, there's our little Google Map part. You got Walmart with some barns and stuff sitting around, tractors and all this good stuff. Got hangars up at the airport, double. There's a big old hay barn. I flew through that one day on my flight, on my video. No, maybe a different one. Looks like I had to turn the wrong way. That's it. Anyway, I flew through one of them. Got birds in the sky. I see them flying. Gotta get a little lower to say.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 20, 20, 10.
I'll let her fade off some speed now. Good enough. We're down. This is, like I say, an airport. In real life, it's a grass strip. In fact, it's not even active anymore. They've closed it out since FSX. It's still there, but they got, if you go on Google Maps, you'll see it's covered in balls of hay where they got rolled out there. Runway and all got hay on it. They got hay rolls. Now we're going to go right back here. This is one of Vince's airports that we fly. It's the one built especially for me. This is Ripley, Tennessee. And in real life, it's a Flying Eye Ranch grass strip. And I guess it was a registered airport at the time. I don't know if it's still registered or not. Because he got hay on it. Now, these hangars, the doors on will open. I used the radio here, and we put this here on 1500. That's what it takes to open it. That should open the hangar in front of me. I don't know if I can set it in 1400. Maybe I ain't close enough or something. There it is right there. There you go. I'll make the other note here 1400. Now we'll turn before we see this other one. I'd like to be able to see both of them a little if I can. There we go right there. Now that's 1400 there. There you go, let's close that and opens. We got fuel triggers. He got me set up out here with some little storage buildings or something. We got, hey, I don't see the fuel triggers. Oh yeah, I see them. They don't think it lit up because they were maybe the time of day, but anyway, there's a fuel station right here. It says Chevron on top of them, I do believe. Got me set up with a state trooper car sitting down here, fire truck. The way I fly, that's a good idea. Anyway, put this big old static plane over here. I drive a little white Ford Ranger, so he said that was me and my truck standing right there. That truck sure is tall. Look at that van. My head sticks above my truck. That's supposed to be a Ford Ranger. It's like a full-size Chevrolet to me. Anyway, we're going to go over here. That's the only way it'd be taller than me, it'd be a full-size truck. A little Ford Ranger's not that tall. Now, we're going to go to here. We turn out here on the runway. I don't think nobody's coming. I didn't look. We're about ready to take off and get to the north again. And no, this is needed, so I'll turn that to some other number. Well, that's about 1400. So it changes this number. That way it won't be matching. Get that. Anyway, I just don't want to jumble them up. Now we're going from here to Mark Tree. Mark Tree's got a ADF of 3234. So we need this on 2, 3, 4. That means go down without changing the first number if we can. That thing's bad about jumping and changing when you don't want it changed. If you get in a hurry, it will. Three. I didn't need that. I need a 0 there. 4. That's supposed to be at 2, 3, 4. That's supposed to be marked tree. I don't know how quick it'll come on, but we're going to leave here on a heading of. I've got it set up out on a heading of. I got it here somewhere. It says 255. I don't have a degree, but that must be it right there. Leave out here on a heading of 255, which will be across the river. And we'll pick up mark tree as quick as we can. Let's get going. Here we go. In the air. Little thing. Don't need a runway. All it needs is a bed of a flat 18 wheeler run down the bed to get off. I could use a bed of an 18 wheeler for airstrip. This thing. Flat bed. About 255. Right there. Let's try that right there. Now we're looking for the ADF at Mark Tree. Let's bring up an ADF needle, see if we got anything. Not on yet, it's still parked. I'm not sure how far it is, but it's not no long ways. It may be out of range of the ADF, but we got to get high enough to use it anyway. Let's get a little higher than this. It ain't high enough. Let's go to 2,500 or more. We'll try 2,500 and we just fly a little way and see what happens. Get this thing out of here and see what we can get done. I messed around all day yesterday with X-Plane, didn't accomplish nothing. The only flight I did try to video, made such a mess of it, I was ashamed to put it up. I got in X-Plane yesterday morning, got to play with the autopilot, I worked it out, figured out how to set all the radios and everything. It working real good, everything worked good. Took off from, I think, Ripley, went north. I forget where I left from, actually. I believe Ripley. I went north and doubled back to VOR into Memphis on runway heading. Locked on, done a good job, flew up toward Memphis. Got in close to Memphis, switched over to the ILS. It switched over just fine. Done a real good job, set the glide slope. Took me a little bit to figure out how to turn that on, but I got that on. Got it working. It worked good. Eased down just about 200 feet, turned the autopilot off, landed. Perfect. You couldn't ask for it to fly no better. I done figured this autopilot out. So I went back to Covington, where I just left from, set it back up, took off, got off the ground, rest down, hit the autopilot, I thought the autopilot button, and it come on, turned the heading on, everything, got trying to fly toward Memphis, it wouldn't follow the line. I wanted to fly toward Memphis about 10 or 15 miles, 20, and then turn across to the east and pick up the VOR in Jackson, Tennessee. Well, that's where I got to go in a little bit in real life till I got to drive up there. But anyway, I was going to fly across over and pick up the VOR back into north into Jackson. I had to fly around up toward Memphis to get behind the runway. And I couldn't get it to follow the line into Memphis at all. It kept veering off. It wouldn't stay on it. But I go back on the heading bug and make it follow it. By staying on the heading bug, fly it myself with a heading bug. Then I double around, I come around to Jackson, did the same thing. It would not lock on the VOR, it wouldn't hold it. Flew around over and managed to get it close enough for the ILS, should be on. I tried to switch over to it wouldn't follow it either. I couldn't get to do nothing I wanted to do. It wouldn't lock, the glide slope wouldn't come on right and it locked right, nothing worked. And I finally got close enough to the runway, I just tried to turn everything off and the rest down and turn the autopilot off. It didn't have a master autopilot switch anymore, it was gone. All the buttons have been shifted and spread it out. It looked like they had an intentional change in the autopilot, but it no longer had a master switch, and that's why I couldn't get to work. Now, I don't know if they X-Plane, it's the beta, I don't know if they're working on it or what, but anyway, it quit working between one flight and the other. I couldn't, one flight flew perfect, the other flight made a mess of it, I couldn't get to do right. I just give plumb up and then didn't publish the video. I went back and re-recorded parts of the video back onto another video so I could show the problem. When I went to land and I got to try and turn it off, and I realized there was no autopilot master switch. I couldn't turn it off. And when I tried to land, the nav button never would let go. So it was pulling me off the runway, and I about halfway crash landed it. But that's why. I didn't have an autopilot switch to turn it off. Once you hit the buttons to turn it on, the button would come on and they would try to fly the plane, but they wouldn't do what they're supposed to do. They'd take over, but it wouldn't actually follow the lines. But they wouldn't give you control either. And anyway, after all that fighting and all, I just give up on it. And now, I'll go back to it and mess with some more, but I've got to find out why that button ain't there or what they've done to substitute it. And if I can't figure that out, that plane's no good to me. I don't use those. It's got the GPS. I can fly the GPS. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if all of it, but maybe it would. But I didn't want to fly it. I like to do it my way. I don't like the GPS. I don't mind using the GPS radio to set it up. It's got a radio in the GPS. That's how you set it up. Works pretty good. It's got 2 stages, nav 1, nav 2, so everything's all right there. We still ain't picked up our needle yet, but we ain't made it to the river yet either, so we could use the GPS here to see if we're going halfway the right direction. We'll wait a little while though. We're not worried about this. We're probably out of range of that Mark III. Mark III is about level with Memphis, and it's probably more than 40-something miles away. I'm gonna climb a little more. The higher you get, the better them signals work. Usually, I'm gonna get up here about 3,500. Try that. This plane, extend that. This plane will fly. Well, I got it set up to fly about 10,000 without a problem. I got it climbing pretty fast for it, but at this altitude, be alright. Now, let's look around here at the big old Mississippi River there, and there's one of the lakes down around. I'll be outside of Covington there. We done flew for them. Now we'll be back about to Covington. I could check and see where. I don't want to change this. I could change this and see where we at as far as Covington is concerned. It's on now. We have Mark III. There we go. The needle's up now. I didn't see it when it jumped, but there it is. We have Mark III. Now we need to fly. Let me look and see. We got runway in Mark III. We've got runway 18 and 36. So we're gonna set this here south 180. Right there, and we're gonna bring this here around to exactly south, and that's about where is that, ain't it? Yep, let's turn straight. Well, no, that's the wrong needle. That's right here. I'm gonna fly around so this needle here gets to that needle. That park south. I forgot about it. I was trying to use the wrong needle there for a minute. All right, let's turn back away from the airport to get across in front of it, so we can get alignment on our toward the runway. Get around in front of the runway. We won't be chasing when we get there. If it goes right, it won't be. That's too much, maybe. Right along there, but I should do it. Get across here. Get around in front of Mark III. But anyway, this right here takes you to Mark III. Supposedly. I've not flew this route before, so we're both doing the first time for experience, okay? I haven't been in the Mark III flying. I've been there, but I was loaded in there once, but I haven't actually been there flying. So here we go. Take us into Mark III and see what we got. Gotta get this done because I gotta leave town here in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I was gonna go to Mark III and then go up to Mike 65. Mike 65, Wynne, Arkansas. That's where Mr. Razor learned to fly. Did his test flights and stuff, and that's what we're gonna go to. That's a Mark III has been remodeled by Vince, and so has Wynne. Get both up in here. Got some good water texture. They look like a little windy. Look at that water. Choppy looking at. I'm not showing any wind on my plane. It don't seem like too much. It's not cutting up yet. So I think I got set fair weather, but I'm not sure of that. I don't know if I said it or not. Get this thing flying across here and see what we got. I'll give me another cup of coffee in a minute. I'm going to fly this heading till that needle there reaches south. Then I'm going to turn straight into the needle. A little swallow of coffee there. Dragon's been in. I didn't see him come in. Must be looking for kelp. Kelp's probably working. Dragon kelp. That's one thing I did like about X-Plane. When I went to the other monitor and clicked on it, it didn't quit working. It continued to work. The sound kept playing. I noticed that while I was messing with it. And the pop-ups on it can be drugged to the other monitor, which you can in here too. You have to undock them. Only it's got a little corner button. You click it, it undocks itself. You slide it over. Then you move it over to the other monitor. The only thing I got on the other monitor is my TeamSpeak. I'm on the Joint FS node also, as well as. In fact, I need to unclick myself on the node because I get ghost when I do that. Let's take that off there. I'll have a ghost plane. I'll be sitting on the ground. There'll be two of me. Now, on kind of multiplayer. Why I ain't done it, I don't know, but it didn't. They might have fixed that. I don't know. This node's been updated 3 or 4 times last 3 or 4 days. Every day seems like a different update to it. Give us a lot of trouble getting it set back up. Things changed enough we had to go back and get framework on our windows to make it work. But we got it. Got everything. Seems like working pretty good. Vince come in and talked to me a minute before I started the flight. I think he's gonna come back in, but I'll move from an open room into the recording room. Maybe we won't get any too much carrying on. Well, I don't mind people coming in and talking though. They'll just take it for granted that I am recording and try to do it as so. Light just come on my room. I know where I gotta go today, so I don't need no maps. As a rule, I go get maps off the computer before I start, but I don't. Just straight in on 412 into Jackson, down to, I think it's Jackson Madison Hospital, but or Jackson General. Go straight into, turn left, right down to the hospital. No problem. Simple drive, if that's where I'm going. I do believe it is. I'll verify that before I leave. I have to ask her where she's got to go. Well, I believe that's what we done discussed. Anyway, we're trying to bring this needle right here down to the south. I could go a little closer to it. I can cross it closer to it by getting over this way a little bit. So we're going to get over. Let's try 280 first, see what happens. 270, 280. Let's go 270. As long as this needle here, right here, stays to our left, stays to our left, we'll cross it. And at that rate, we will cross it and get it right sooner or later. And the closer I go toward that needle, the closer I'll be to the airport when I cross it. I don't need a lot of extra time, just enough time to turn in on it. I will need to come back down. I think I can do that, some of that right now. We'll come back down to 3,000, come down a few more minutes, in a few minutes. As long as the signal stays on, if the signal goes off, I'll go back up. That's what it shows our altitude. Alright. It won't fly a whole lot faster than what we're doing. Add 10 to that and see what happens. We'll get that mouse down there. I know it looks crazy having the taskbar at the top, but on games it seems to work better. Because the kid at the bottom, and I go doing a combat game, I'm trying to shoot something down low and I'll mess around, pops another taskbar come up and I'll pop something up from my game. So I put it at the top and it ain't quite as likely to get in the way. On times when it really counts in combat, you're trying to do a little quick shot and do that, you mess up your shot and you got everything wrong. That's I hate happened several times, so I decided to move it to the top and learn to live with it. And I hadn't got it mastered yet either. When I switched back to the other machine got it at the bottom and it really gave me trouble trying to go from one to the other. I can't put it at the top because she's running. I say can't, I could, but I'm not going to make her do it. Alright. Let's see what we got here. There's the... Look like a baseball bat for a rudder stick there. Got the little engine sitting out there, things that are bouncing up and down. Back in these planes, they say when they're flying, they actually would lean over and oil them things with an oil gun. And it's really had oil all over them all the time. You sling oil back on them. Always had to wear goggles to keep oil out of the eyes. Anyway, that's what they say. At least I don't have to put up with oil in here. And you hear the wind whistling through the wires. That's a good feature of this plane. Oh, look there. Got the tension wire sticks to create a... No, actually that's the struts on it, ain't it? Okay. I don't see little sticks in this one. On the other side, sticks in it. Well, come on, turn back up there. She's allowed to tell me I gotta get ready at 12. Well, I think we gotta leave here about 10:30, 11. It is now 9:30. That's gonna push it close on this flight though, if I try to finish it. I still gotta go out and make sure the car's ready to go. Make sure I hadn't missed something or something done happen to it I don't know about. No reason to think so unless maybe a tire needs checking, just to be sure. But that won't take a minute to do that. Might not need anything. I hit that bumped my hand. Now we're still going dead west. Without that, we don't know where we're at. I'll put it wrong one. This one over here and this one. Without that, we don't know where we're at. Needle's coming down. I'm gonna move a little closer, another 5 degrees. Well, I can't tell what I'm doing without that right there. Right there is 5 degrees. I'm gonna make it 260 instead of 255, 265. 260 will be 10 degrees instead of 5. There we go. And that'll cut across, get a little closer to the airport and everything. Let's come down another 500. I don't know how far we are out, but maybe getting closer than I think. Well, what about 40 miles when it come on probably, so between 40 and 50 I think. And he got Some of these signals set up stronger than they're supposed to be, so he might be full out. Get down to 2,000. The altitude of Mark Tree Airport is 219 feet above sea level.
2,500.
He said I'm down 2,500 and coming down. Though, of course, we've got ILS at Mark Tree. We'll be going in, we could go in on, I could set up one just for getting this in there. I don't have to, but I can. For this plane, I really don't have to have them. But the ILS on 18 is supposed to be 11070. Here we go. Put that at the top. It is on. Bring us around to runway heading. It's actually, I don't have the actual runway heading route on here, but 18's close enough. South's pretty close. I don't have the heading route on here. It's alright, like I won't have to have it. That's south there. Now this right here will take place of this actually if I want to. But at least I do know now I'm still below the glide slope. That's what I really want to know. That gives me sort of an idea on distance too. We're level at 2,000. We might not use this, but I plan on using this all the way. And I think I'll just leave it up for visibility, not actually fly it. I'm gonna use this right here, I think. But this will tell me how much this is off. And like I said, as long as we're below the glide slope, we know we're far enough out and low enough. I'm gonna come down another 500 and see if it'll stay on. 500 leaves me about 1,300 above the ground. With this plane, that's enough as long as you don't run into a big radio tower or something. Yeah, he added, I'm pretty sure he added those electronic signals. I believe I stayed up too late again last night. 2 o'clock is getting to me right now, and I still got to drive today. I should be alright once I go to moving around. Alright, I'm down to 1,500. Well, that ain't where I wanted to be. Right there. And we can go to this one. This is our 2D that got all this equipment in it to fly with. And we can go to outside the plane. We can still bring these two up just to see what we're looking at. Alright, this is getting down here now. I'm coming around a little more. I need to see what numbers I'm moving. Around a 235, I think. I don't want to have the attack such a great deal. I'll fly straight past that line. Actually, we can come around to 230. We're still got, come around 10 more. 220. There we go. And that gives us about 30 degrees attack also, still yet. We'll come around to 210. There we go. And the needle here is about 11 degrees off of south. This ain't showed any sign of movement yet. I'm not sure if the ADF is, on the airport or off to one side. I didn't pay a lot of attention to that. It should be inside of the airport. That's all that matters. Airport should be off to my left front out in this area here somewhere. Down another 500 feet will leave me 800 above the ground. Let's stop right there. About 900 above the ground. Coming around another 10 degrees or 5 degrees. Yeah, 10. 200. That should do it. We're still going to crisscross. So
1,000.
if the ADF's not on the east side of the airport, we are by quite a bit. I don't think it is, but it could be. All right, we've leveled off at 1,100. He said 1,000. We're probably 100 closer to that. We'll turn straight into that. We slow this thing down. We ain't got to be this fast either. Give us more time to think about the landing. That should be good shape right there for this plane. It's just now got the signal to slow down, didn't it? Alright, we're about 5 degrees off there. I'm gonna come around 5 more. Hey, I believe I went the wrong way 5. Right there, wrong finger on the wrong button. Now see, we got this right here moving now, but I'm not planning on actually using that. I'm still using this right here. But them two's gonna be pretty close to the line, I do believe. Let's come down another 200 feet. That's bottom dollar to get ready to land. We don't want to get any closer to the ground until we get ready to land. This right here is almost around to the south line. Give it just a few more minutes, we'll cut into it. We're still on the glide slopes, no problem there. We're still above the ground. We've leveled off now at 900 feet, which is 600 is all we got roughly. 700. About 700 feet above the ground. And our needle is almost on south now. Let's come around to the south. And we should be headed, bring us needle to the top, we should be headed to the airport. Well, now this right here says I'm lined on the runway right now. See, and I'm not flying by that, but it's lied. It says I'm pretty close to right, good enough for me. All we need now is our altitude or distance right here. This will tell me when I'm getting close if I don't see it. But since he's got a built up airport, we should see it ain't a problem. Now I need to get back over a couple of degrees right here, showing me I'm off a little bit. Need to pass straight up a little bit. Alright, it's right there. And the airport is somewhere in front of me. And the needle, this here hadn't moved yet, so we're still outside of that a little bit. This is pretty well straight up now, the gold needle is. Maybe one back that way wouldn't hurt nothing. But on top of this being dead center south, this is also pretty well dead center. That means I'm on the runway heading anyway. I'm on the runway center line, pretty close. Maybe off a tad, but it ain't enough to talk about. Now, I see the airport, I believe, right there. I believe I see it coming up right here. Oh, this right here says now, I think the ADF is a little bit to one side, but it's not much. So far, it's almost dead on, but as I get closer, it's showing that the runway is getting over to my left. That's all right. We'll use this right here, and let's just ignore that for now. That's right there, but we're going to use this. That's what my plans was. That was just a secondary. As long as we use this, and just forget about these and watch for the view. See, once we see the airport, then this right here don't matter anyway. And the airport should be out there in front of me. See something over here, but we're on this. We're showing we're getting airports on my left over this way a little bit, but that's all right. As long as there it is right there. It's the airport thing right there. I think We're not close enough for this to change yet. But as low as we are, it'll be a couple of miles. I'll be on that. Maybe not even a mile. I believe I see it right there. It looks like a patch right there. A dark patch is where he added, I think. Yeah, I see the runway now, right there. See, it's a little to my left, and it right there looks a little to my left. But this is what we're going by right here until we get up there. If I was going to be on that, I'd have that line lined. But I'm using this to fly by just for the heck of it. Just because it's there and we can use it. I got one into M69 also. We're in sight now. I'm gonna turn the autopilot off. We're inside the airport. We don't need the autopilot no more. As long as I don't touch the throttle, it'll stay set. I should have preset it, but I didn't. So now it's wide open. If I ever touch it, that's where it's going. Have to move it quick to keep it from throttling. Sure looks different inside the plane, don't it? Or we're too close to the diamonds. Why did the diamonds go out for? Those diamonds shouldn't have went out. I don't understand that one. Unless I've got the wrong setting. I don't believe so. That I don't understand. We're not below a glide slope at this range. We can't get below it. Something ain't right there on that.
Approaching minimum.
Got to find out about that. This is the right airport because it's made up. It's the one he made up. I can look at it and tell it. Well, that glide slope went out there, and I have to talk to him about that. He pulled me in a little bit.
Minimums.
When I was coming in, she went off. It should not have went off. Which puts you down if you're trying to fly that.
100.
Well, maybe I had to. Well, you go. Maybe I had the VR on it, but I think
40,
I'm sure
40,
it's after.
30, 30, 20, 20, 10, 10.
I believe we bounced that time, you know. Yep. We bounced a little that time. Alright, let's pull out here in a few minutes. Then we have to go try to go on up to Wynne, Arkansas right quick. Let's go over here just a minute and eyeball this place a little bit. He was talking about probably in a few days he'd have it broadcast anyway on my YouTube. That's what we got. Alright, we got a fuel station right there. And it looks like that's about all we got on this end of it. Got a big old barn out there. A house. Looks almost like a man's personal airport, don't it? Got him a home, got his little Cecil sitting out there in the yard. Y'all have it pushed out there in the barn, man. Come a hailstorm, run your plane. I believe I'd have it pushed out the barn with me. Anyway, got a little truck. Look good. Now what we got? Fence all around the airport, white picket fence. Man's got it made, ain't he? Alright, let's see if we can get back to the airport here. And we'll head our way up to. Now we head out this time. Let me get me a heading. I've got it here somewhere. Let me the plane's still moving. I stop just a second. Alright. For Wynne, Arkansas, we got 232 on the well, here's 232 on this, so I don't know. 3, 2. That's what it says right there. Mark 3, this is Wynne at the bottom, yes. Verify, but that's what it says. 2, 3, yeah, it's just right. Those were 2, 3, 4, it's 2, 3, 2. I thought they were the same for a minute, that wouldn't work. Anyways, that's right there, and we'll be leaving out of here on a heading of 225. Is that what we used a while ago? Yep, same heading. Anyway, that's what I said it took, so that's what we're going to have to go with. Heading a 225 out of here. We'll try it. That sounds, well, that's right, we headed, that's about right. Got to go back to the west, southwest of here. Okay, we'll get this thing back there and try to finish this flight back quick. Alright, I ain't see nobody come in, so ain't nobody that's gonna be on the runway. Clear. Clear. Just move out in line. Alright, let's get in there. Then we'll sit up. Bring this needle right here up. $25 for now. Give me 110. And this going to 2. I said 225. Yep. And our signal's on already. Let's see how bad I missed the setting. We're off. We ain't bad. We ain't bad at all. About 5 degrees, a little better on my actual course setting. Now, well, the runways is 16 and 34, and we are traveling, which will be the easiest for us, 16 or 34. Let me get another needle up where I can see what I'm doing. Alright. Ain't nothing wrong with that right there, 16. Now let's bring it around. Oh, it's alright, that's the one behind us talking. We don't want to listen to it. We don't want to listen to that. Alright, now. Get this right here. I'm going to come across now. I've got to come across to the, if I'm going to go south into the airport, I've got to come across to the north side of it. Here we go. I've got ILSs, I'm not even going to set them up. I'm just going to use the ADFN, and I don't know how bad it's off the airport. We'll work it out when we get there. This ADF right here. We got to bring this around to match this. This time it won't match that. We got to match this one over here, 1.6. Right there. Come down past that to right there. That's where the needle's got to come to before we turn in. Get this done where I can start uploading it and get out of here. Get ready. I need to get me another cup of coffee. Be right back. I'm back. Try to. Well, so we headed into Wynne, Arkansas. Another built-up airport. I think he built another last year or two too. I'll get with him on that. I ain't got it yet. I don't have any add-on scenery except for these little airports and stuff. I've got a few that's been added back over the years. Uh-oh. Let me see what I got here on the phone. I'll be right back. That wasn't nothing but a stupid phone call. Hello, this is not a sales call. They wouldn't call if they wasn't trying to sell something. Now, I gotta get this here down to 1.6 right there. Before we headed, the further I fly this way, the more it'll come down. As long as I keep the airport on my left, it's got to come over there sooner or later. I don't know how far I am out. Got no idea. Don't matter really. And like I say, I can keep moving toward it like I did a while ago, and I'll be closer when I turn. But I'm gonna hold a little while before I do that. Well, I'll come on around to the even number. I usually fly 5s. There's 5 right there, 45. And we'll hold that till we get ready to turn a little more. As long as I get around behind that airport. All I set that needle airport so I keep my mind on the direction I gotta go. It's a reminder. It's not doing anything for us, the flight. See anybody in yet. Ben said he'd be in there 12, but I think he's still working or whatever at the moment. He was on his iPhone talking to me. Alright, the airport is now 210 from me. Coming aboard it. I gotta come on around and make it 1.6. I got a growl again this morning in my throat. Get this cough drop. Well, I got coffee. I don't want to take cough drop to coffee too. It won't taste good. But we got a little airport right there, but it's not the one we after. I don't know what it is though. See if I can figure out what it is. Like me, it's 4 Arkansas 5, 4 AR 5, whatever it is. For AR 5. We'll see what it actually is, though. A lot of information for it, but it don't give the name there. That won't work. I'll go here to get that. Well, let me see right here first. Lawrenceville, Cherry Valley, Arkansas. That's what that is. We don't want to log that in which one. We just wanted to find out what it was. And that's one over there, I think, the nearest to maybe that there. One of them was. There's one over there, though. I can't see it now, but the note wasn't straight in front of me off to one side. Or was it? I don't see it. I guess it wasn't. Maybe it was straight in front of me more. Okay, we got another right over there, which could be ours. Look at this. We don't have no idea how close we are. I'm gonna come down 500, see if it holds the signal. But I'm gonna come around now to about 230. Come on. Right there. Bring us back toward the top, but it's still working its way down. Angle attack would be different. That could be it right there. I don't know. I don't have no idea how far it is or how many airports are around it. But that right there is pointing almost that direction. We're going to probably cross it. Of course, this got to come on down. That means it's probably actually over my left over here. But no, it's still out there though. It's going to come around to my left before we turn into it. Another little shot of coffee. Drinking coffee and water and preparing for the day. I've done had my breakfast, but it hadn't been up about an hour, something like that. Stayed up to 2:30 though. It's still not a long sleep. Dead south now to the airport. Coming around. And I'm gonna come around another 10. Arch that signal a little bit. Trying to fly on the radar. So ATC will let me alone. We'll get down to right there and see if it'll stay on. Alright, I'm gonna come around 10 more. I don't know how many I moved, I call that right there. Because this right here is down now to, it's coming around pretty fast. That probably is the airport the way it looks. 10 more, come down another 500 or so. Get down pretty quick. Look like I'm getting close. Slow down. It acts like I'm getting really close. Come around some more. It's time to come all the way around. 1-6. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be our airport.
1,000.
That's gonna be our airport right there. Right there. That's gonna be it. Without a doubt. If it's not two sitting right together, it's gonna be it. Cause it brought me right in. I still gotta get over a little more here. The runway, the only way you can tell where you're at as far as the airport itself by ADF is pass it and come back. But I'm not planning on doing that. But if I'm wrong, when I go to land, I'll be able to tell it at that point. But if you flew past it, then the needle would tell you that's it. It really won't tell you before you pass it. But it looks like it. It moves so fast, I had to be right on top of it, so it's last few minutes it moved past. That should be it. The runway heading should be in front of me too. Could be a little left or right, but the heading should be pretty good. I don't have the actual runway heading he got on it. I should have wrote it down, but I do not see it. All I've got is the runway numbers, which is generally close, but not right on. Drop another 100 feet here. I'm gonna say that's it, even though it don't look like one of his built-up airports. I don't see enough there to be it, actually. Well, I guess I could check it this way. That's Mike 6'5" anyway. Preset my slow down some more. This time I'll preset my throttle. A little off angle there. Being winter, it sure looks different from what it did last time I was out here.
500.
That's Mike 6'5" anyway. That's what it said on the thing. Yeah, I see it. I see it now, but don't look as green as it did before, because it's winter time now. Now let's turn everything off. Inside the plane. It always looks a whole lot closer when you jump inside the plane.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 30. 20. 20. 10. 10.
Bounce again. These planes are good at that. They love to bounce. This is it. There's little airplanes out there and all. These hangars don't open and close, but they are open. Fuel test trigger right down there somewhere. I remember that. We're gonna turn in right here. We're gonna park this thing. And we're gonna call it good for the day. It's pretty today. We just park it out here. Watch out, Wynne. Turn that thing around on a dime. Give them 9 cents change. That's it right there. Lock a brake inside the plane. Get rid of all this equipment. We don't need it anymore. Now we're going to shut this thing down. Let's cut some lights off. Oh yeah, I turned the avionics off. I wonder why that was off. Pull this down. Shut the show. The fuel starved to death. turn everything off right there. Let me turn the power buttons off. That's it. Now, back outside a few seconds. Check out. We done all right. We parked it just about right. There we go. Sitting in line with the rest of them out here. We didn't tie it down. We're not going to be here long to tie it down. We'll watch the weather. If the wind goes blowing, we'll just get away from here and go. All right, this town dog, I'm going bye-bye. Catch y'all later. It's just another little hop, or it ain't a Tennessee hop. It's another little hop of the YouTube, and I'll be putting it up real soon. Catch y'all later. I'ma go.